the memories together as a family and enjoy every moment while they're there.
Some will call it swag, some will call it cockiness, some will call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite line receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Atlas Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up to last year's national championship, the Texas A&M Aggies. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas A&M's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those
You can challenge stuff like you did against the Titans and you get away with it, but you can't have a screw up like that. There was no reason for that to be challenged, especially in the second half of something you lose the timeout that could be critical. I think all of that, man. I think I hate to do this one.
They wear their great outfits that you love to watch, but these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great quarterbacks. They've seen skill or A-chain in recent history, finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run back to work. Looking for room, it's Berry. Picks up the first down still. He rolls all the way down to the 20-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
That's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one, all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback ball. Will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed like every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison. Honestly, you can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing in
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Oh, but they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Back to pass, it's Melvin. Back into the middle, it's Wood. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that. I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And the Aggies are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Bottle and Warren lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Davidson. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Got it in the middle, it's Wood. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Georgia going up tempo. Back to throw, it's Nolan. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Gets away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! His finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer. Put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far. Up 21-7, and they have it back. Spits it out to the back. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's reeled in. It's Bussell. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Finds his man. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It's Cooper. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his man. It's Bussell. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break it, giving up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters for these defenses nowadays is points and limiting.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with their fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well go to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick because of the hit.
To the air, it's Glagway. Working that left side now. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here, trying to get the running back the ball in space where the defense was expecting. They had guys in position, they located the football, and now game time.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but more than that,
He's looking like they're going to have to throw this one down on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. So they're going to put man, they're going to keep it tight up and pursuit. They know that now they can't attack this defense.
looking to the end zone on third and goal. And they kick it in for 6 more points.
Love the quick decision making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep our eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Off play action. Firing to him, incomplete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it bait. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggies! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Sends it back in motion. Going right to work up top. Puts it out in space. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Got it set up on the outside. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before we got fouled. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they can muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive. They got the first down. Now let's get to the kettle. Getting faster, cut into this league.
Dogs will have it first and 10. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him. Brings it down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum and cut into this lead before halftime. And the Dogs Kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
So there is
To throw, it's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He's stopped Josh short. And explosive play after the setup. This offense needs a little something to feel good about. When you have time, a chance to chip away, give him first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the defense stopped him again on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Georgia. Extra play here for the score.
That's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game. The quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's got an That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt, unbelievable speed. And if you're back even for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels, but to be able to get moving, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here with maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jeff.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Got out of trouble and throws. Near the sidelines, will pick up the field going out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. First and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. On target to the left. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. And this is a really important series of plays. A chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. With the run on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown! Grab the short pass to put the Saints on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Offense calls a timeout here. It's critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Oh, they're after him. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The inside handoff. It's the time. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense.
Going deep. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Great place to start for this offense. On the run, it's Pringle. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
And just a short and safe pass away, they pick up a few.
Yeah, you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on him. a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He'll have to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The short hands, it's White. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there. They created a negative play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Hand off to the shotgun. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Georgia lining up the third way. Now on the return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish it off. With the catch, it's Freedom. They make the stop right quick up. Just a little bit of time to get to that first down mark. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
I'm not saying something like that.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Bussey. Bring it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided the biggest asset of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Norman. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just running the ball downfield. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Berry. Crosses the 30. He's got a lead. And another big game for this offense. They are putting
or teams that aren't as good as the Texans, and I agree. I think the Texans are a better football team than the Dolphins and the Falcons. But I would just urge to say, I don't believe the Texans are getting a Buffalo team that's overlooking them. The Buffalo team, sometimes I imagine Buffalo probably walking to that Miami game a little bit of the thought of, all right, these guys are champions.
pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one,
And
here
the way last week they was,
will
and I
it
think
count as we
especially with
check
that
out
player.
the
Pass
ball
interference.
near midfield.
Because you're putting a full focus back on the team that makes it
So
win.
that touchdown
Look,
nullified by the penalty in the red zone.
I think you
First
need to
down
look
for
at
this
Josh Allen. I
offense.
had a conversation this morning. I can't even
Out of the
believe
gun,
that.
looking
We're
to
talking
throw.
about if Buffalo can't win a
And the
Super Bowl,
physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
get Josh Allen over the
Yeah,
field.
you just wonder if the defense now is
They
taking
took a
out
lot
some
of times for
frustration.
years to
Obviously,
get
they've been
time
getting
out.
lit up
And I
all
agree.
over the place. And
I
that
looked
time,
at
they
Buffalo
finally gave it
and
back to the
especially
offense
Josh
there.
Allen.
Really nice, big,
Go to
clean
Josh
hit. This
Allen in
team,
the own division
Oh, he's
and
got
then
some
take it.
space.
That's there's one reason why you better care
Muscle
about
down to the 12 and
the other part
another
of it is
productive
if
play on this
you
drive.
Josh Allen here Buffalo here,
this quarterback
and
right now
you
is in a
have
groove, and he's doing a nice
absolutely
job
not
in
going to be able to pass
he's
the
reading the
ball.
coverage, and he's
You're
getting an
looking at
idea of
maybe
where
not
he
even
wants to go
space,
with this
but
team.
if you do, you're going to
Here
face the
comes
ball.
the heat, and they get him home. They
Right.
get him at the
You know,
25. And now on fourth down, they'll
but if
try
you
a
do
field
it
goal.
from your home,
He'll
you're
try
going
to
to
knock it
if
through
you
from
continue to
38
fail.
yards
So
out.
I don't know why there's a bigger, better opportunity. So they can
Down the
run through the
boulevard,
floor
it's
and not
good.
have to deal with Lamar,
And
not
they
have to deal
just
with
tack
the
on
fact
a
that you have
little
to
more
deal
to this
with Joe Burrow,
gargantuan
AFC,
lead.
like,
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I'm used to it. But if you
And it'll be a
say,
touchback. The
I
ball
would be
will
able
come
to
out to the
like, I would
25-yard
be
line.
the best that the Buffalo Bills have to
The
offer.
drive
Because
starts from their own 25-yard line.
if you go score, it's very, very clear. I've seen it all week on the touchdown.
Looking for a man. It's Millman. Backs it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get the same page. You can tell they know that's why they got the touchdown.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. Snap it to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? As the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the deep drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts it, gets the first down.
They'll have it at the 39. Just a couple feet to go. First and 10. Mason Graham almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Gets away from one. Finds a fade. Sends it out of the 30 down to the 29, and now they're gapping. They're showing press. They want to be physical here. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through three. Final stand of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Just keep swinging it. Got him downfield. And into the end zone.
Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. You can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that you can build on.
And a few H's units, but the hands team is able to fall on it. From the gun, DeGale looking for room. Got enough for the first.
And
He's all the way down to the 37-yard line, and
that is clearly the biggest weakness of the Buffalo
Well, that's
Bills.
called paying off
Now,
good
again,
field
it's not the
position. You've got the lead
greatest
here
thing,
late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long
and
run.
if you can get the
This
ball in,
defense right now is playing on their heels late.
yesterday talking about the importance
And
of
he'll pick
that
up one. It brings
protection
up
in this
2nd
game.
and 9.
So, they were ball out,
But with
they
the
were
defense
foul,
trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. You want them to run the play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently. You just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
On 30 short, they keep it on the ground here. Coming down to the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total distraction by the Jaguars.
And in a way
Wants to go up
of
top on first
correcting
down.
the
Guys, I look at the preseason
so,
coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
and to allow them not to see one on one or
Trying
the
to
other.
make
Yeah,
up for some of that lost ground on second down.
I think the coaches are running well. Yeah, because they're together last week. You look at it.
Wants to go up
Right.
top. Pressure coming. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch. Some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it well.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And as he throws, right to the ground, incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession. The offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage. But look what he was able to do after the catch. It's an explosive play for this offense.
And how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Would he love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal? Here comes the option. Now the toss. And that one will go in reverse for defensive ball. That pitch on the option. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Splits the uprights. Good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty time, just the heat.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a giant opener to get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You're dealing with a second and long.
You know, passing plays in the huddle and decide when to throw it, when to run it, when to put it, and throw it to the flat and the RPO stuff. They do a lot of it, and it's pretty over. And so, that's the first one. We'll see if they don't have runners to because and have four Buffalo run defenses. That's to me the point of the rule is the second season, for the most
This
part,
offense is going to have to find more explosive plays, and they can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They can find a way to play together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to move the chains in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat pad in his nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he added the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here we go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try to pop the draw. That will be the final play as